Hello and welcome to Ground Control RC. Today we are reviewing the Macfree Micro F-22 Smart Plane. And there it is. Now, what makes this plane so smart? Well, it has a 6-axis gyro. It has, this version is Mode 2, and it has a brushless 1103 10,000 kV motor. It has 2 servos. We have Elevon mixing, just 2 control surfaces, so it's a bank and a yank version. This plane has a training mode. So on the transmitter, you can set up for training mode. This plane can auto take off and auto land. It can you can increase the altitude or decrease the altitude with the push of a button. You can turn it right, you can turn it left with the push of a button. You can launch it on a push of a button, and you can land it on push of a button. So it is a very smart plane. It comes with a 4-port little charger. It comes with a USB cable for the charger. It comes with a spare prop, and it comes with a set of landing gear. Now, depending on what site you go to and you look at the description, I didn't see any site that listed a spare prop in the contents of this box, but mine did come with one. It comes with a handy little transmitter. Like I said, this one is Mode 2. And it comes with not one, but 2 batteries. And these are single cell, 3.7 volt, 200 milliamp, 20C batteries. It states that this plane gets 7 to 8 minutes of flight time. On another side, it said 8 to 10 minutes of flight time. In all reality, you get about 5 minutes of flight time. But that's not bad. It comes with a set of decals, which I have not put on my plane. It comes with a quick start guide, nice to have. And it comes with a pretty darn good manual. And in the back it lists, if I can find the page, it does have a page back here that lists all the parts for it, which is great. I do have a complaint about this plane, and it's a minor one, but I do have a complaint, and that is on the battery hatch down here. The battery hatch is hinged on the back rather than in the front, so you know I have to belly land this. I don't have a smooth surface where I can land it, so periodically something will catch this hatch on landing and pop it open, but that is the only complaint that I have. This plane does everything that is advertised to do. It's ready to fly. The only thing that you have to do is put 2 AA batteries in the transmitter, charge up your flight batteries, and you're ready to go. The all-up weight with the batteries on this little tiny plane is between 32 to 34 grams. There's going to be a little variation in the plane and a little bit of variation in the weight of the batteries. On the transmitter, if you've got both toggle switches up, it's in training mode. This top right-hand button on the top, once you've bound the plane to the transmitter, you can hold this button down, and then it will start a countdown from 5 to 0. When it gets to 1, you want to release it. It will throttle up, and all you have to do is launch it by hand, or you can actually let it take off from the ground. Once it's in the air, it will climb out, and it will turn left, and it will fly a huge circle about 30 meters up, and I would say the diameter of the circle that it's going to fly is probably about 40 meters, so it's a pretty big circle. By pushing the top left-hand button just for a second, you can decrease it by 10 meters. It will go from 30 meters all the way down to 10 meters, so you can decrease the altitude twice. By a short press on the top right-hand button, it'll actually ascend up 10 meters. Now, as long as you leave the throttle above 50%, you can override the direction of that plane using your direction stick for your aileron. If you want to turn it left or right, you know, break out of that circle. Maybe it's getting a little too far away. It has a published range of 300 meters, but good luck seeing this plane at 300 meters. I think the farthest I've had it out, flying line of sight, is about 100 meters, and the radio connection at 100 meters was completely solid. So, and it comes in this nice plastic case. I'll have a link in the notes that will have a link to where you can buy this plane. It comes in 3 different flavors. This one is a gray camouflage color, there's a yellow camouflage color, and there's a red, white, and blue color. It also comes in a brushed motor and a brushless motor, and I got the brushless version. The brushed version has a thrust to weight ratio of 1 to 1, and the brushless motor has a thrust to weight ratio of 1.25 to 1. And this plane, you can fly it slow, but this plane can really scoot. For its size, it flies really fast. And with something this small and this light, you're definitely going to want to fly it with the gyro stabilization on. When you have both of these toggle switches in the down position, then it's in manual mode with stabilization on, which is that's how I normally fly it. So now that you have all the information on it, let's go take a flight. The first video segment you see will show this plane in training mode, and then the second video that you see will be in the manual stabilization mode. So, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Enjoy. Okay, so on this flight, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put it in training mode. It'll count down. We'll launch it by hand, and then it should climb out, should turn left, start circling. But this time, I'm going to override it with the direction stick and see if it maintains altitude. So you ready?
Ready, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Aileron right, aileron right. Aileron right. Aileron back. Aileron back, aileron back. Aileron right, aileron back, aileron back.
Okay, so it's maintaining its altitude. I'm going to bring it down. There we go.
Aileron right, aileron right, aileron right. Aileron left. Aileron right, aileron right.
Okay, so you can see that it is maintaining its altitude and everything, and stabilization. The only thing that I'm doing is overriding the direction. Okay, now it's going to turn left because I pressed the button and told it to do so. Now, even after I let go of the stick, it wants to start its former turn again. So that's pretty neat. So if you need to, you can actually override that. With the directional stick, so it doesn't get too far away from you. And I don't think I've ever lost radio contact with it. And this little tiny thing, I've probably had it close to 100 meters away. Now, we'll demonstrate its ability to land again. Get it in a little bit closer here. Okay, now it's ready to land. Hopefully it doesn't land on my car, but we'll see. Pretty good, isn't it?
Aircraft low power. Aircraft low power. Aircraft